lunch in my dorm with me. I literally just came back from trying to go to the giant El Corte Inglés. Well, not trying to, I did go. Very overstimulated, but I'm like sweating, so I just need something nice and cold. So we made a cold tofu sandwich with some like smoked tofu that I put in the freezer, and then a ton of hummus, like lathered that John on there, and then some seasonings. And just smoked tofu. It has such like a better texture too after being in the freezer, and then a giant carrot. But I wanted to tell you guys about my crazy travel day yesterday, because I feel like when people post about travel, you get all the glamorous sides. Like there's some people who post like the reality and all that, but yesterday was just crazy. So a little bit of context, I booked the wrong airport like for Paris. Well, not necessarily the wrong one, but the farthest one, because I just thought that there was one Paris airport. I should have done more research, normally I do, but Ryanair only flew to one, and Ryanair had the cheapest flights for that, which cheapest if you don't get charged an oversized bag fee. But I was like, I didn't want to bite the money on the way back because my mom was flying out of a different airport, and I was like, okay, you know what, like she has an earlier flight anyway, like I'd have to be like sitting in an airport anyway, let me just go to the other airport, right? How hard can it be? Took one bus, right? It's like a 3-hour commute to get to this other airport from where I was. I took one bus. Was supposed to transfer to another bus. It's going fine. You know, I had to leave at like 8 in the morning and my flight was at 3:50 p.m. But like whatever. Take the one bus, then I get off and somehow the other bus is already there. And I'm like, oh, perfect. So transfer to the other bus. It was already stressful enough to find the first bus because I like didn't know how the transportation worked there, but whatever. Paid like for the ticket, transferred to the other bus. We're going good. I'm like, okay, this isn't too bad. Like I'm gonna get to the airport so early, blah, blah. The bus stops on the side of the road and the guy starts like I don't know French. He starts speaking in French and everyone's like getting upset. So I'm like, okay, something's wrong. And we're just on the middle of the road in like the French countryside basically. And everyone just like gets off. And I was like, does anyone speak English? And no one does, which I mean, it's France. I didn't like expect them to, but I was hoping like someone could like help me, and like I had my Google Translate, like someone could help me, and just everyone's like pretending I wasn't there. So I was like, okay, great. So I didn't know what to do, and then people started walking, and I like looked on the map, and the place I needed to go was like maybe 20 minutes away by foot. This area seemed a little interesting, but I was like, you know what, we don't really have a choice anymore. So as I'm walking, it turns out they blocked the road for like a marathon or something. And as I'm like walking, this like marathon runner, I thought I had enough time to walk in front of him. I didn't really, so we kind of collided. But so I keep walking, I finally get to the spot. It has like the aero buses, or like the buses to the airport. So after like trying to figure out how to get on one of those, I finally got a ticket. I get on the airport bus, because there was no way I was gonna Uber all the way from where I was. Like the Uber was like $85 maybe. Transfer, or I'm on that bus, it's like an hour and 15 on that bus, so I eventually get to the airport. It's like 11:30 a.m. My flight's at 3:50 p.m. The smallest airport ever. This airport is so poorly set up. It's literally like a warehouse too. Like it's not like an actual airport, so there's not really anything to do. There's no food. I didn't have any food on me except for a protein bar and an apple, but I had a protein bar and an apple for breakfast. Then I had another protein bar and an apple throughout the day. So I did not plan very well. So then I couldn't enter into the boarding area until it was like my time. So I had to wait for a while there. So I was waiting for a while there, and then eventually we could enter. It was time for us to enter. My ticket like wasn't working, so then they had to call security, and then they had to figure it out, and then eventually they got me in. Then we're going through security, and I forgot that I had water in my water bottle because there's so much happening. So then I had to chug the water in front of the TSA guy, which was really awkward. And he was like staring me down. And then get to my gate, and then there's nowhere to like charge my phone, and then our flight gets delayed, and then they tell us they're changing gate. And this whole time too, I'm worried my bag is gonna get charged the 85 euros for being oversized. So I'm keep going to the clothes, keep going to the bathroom, keep trying to put on clothes, blah, 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 blah. And eventually our flight gets delayed another hour, and I've been in this airport for now 6 hours already for an hour and a half flight at best, maybe an hour and 25 minutes. Eventually they decide to change gate, ton of stuff happens, they finally get a plane, we get on the plane, they're taxiing for literally like an hour, just like trying to kill time or something. I don't really know what's happening. I'm trying to sleep, the guy next to me is trying to show me pictures of like his family, and I'm like, oh, that's super sweet, but at the same time I'm like, I need to sleep. And he's also speaking to me in French, I didn't know French, and I tried to say that, but it was really cute, but I was at the same time, I was like, I need to sleep. And of course my sleeping mask was like deep in my bag. Luckily I passed the Ryanair bag check, because I think they were so delayed, they were just trying to get people on the plane at this point. Really awful landing though, like it was like kind of scary. It was a very turbulent flight overall. Public transport to come back to my apartment, so like that was an hour and a half. Finally made it back though. Yay! Cheers. And then had to do all my homework.